I want you to meet the Sydney multi-generational in-law suite home. That's the way you can configure it because it's built around you. First of all, the Sydney is the largest plan at Cresswind Wesley Chapel and really one of the most popular. It's just not always that easy to find a lot that's large enough to accommodate it. And so notice the 2-car garage in the front, and then notice the 1-car garage to the right. And some people use that as a hobby room. Some people use it as a workout room. But what I want to focus on is the multi-generational impact of the in-law suite. You see the garage right there, 2-car and then 1-car. But on the base plan, these 2 bedrooms up in front can be configured, and you'll see it, as a mother-in-law suite, multi-generational to the max. 2 kitchens, you got your main kitchen, and then you'll have a in-law suite kitchenette. That's one way you can configure it. I mean, it's endless. And so if you come in without a buyer agent, you're really at a disadvantage. And we'd love to represent you in the transaction. Never reach out to this builder or any builder without a buyer agent. Now let's zoom in a little bit and show you what can happen if you're building from scratch. And by the way, I was in a Sydney just last night for a Memorial Day party with some of our neighbors here at Cresswind Wesley Chapel. So you take those 2 bedrooms and just reconfigure it. Man, has Kolter Homes done some serious thinking. A primary suite 2 is one way to look at it. So you want really 2 full primary suites? That's one way to look at it. But I think if mom or dad are moving with you to the greater Charlotte area, they might want to have their own living room and kitchenette. Yeah, 2 kitchens, multi-generational to the max. Because getting mom or dad to pry loose from the house they've lived in for 50 years in Boise, I don't know, man, that's kind of wild. Now that powder room offers that convenience to everybody on the main level, that last little square that we drew. But to be able to have this configured as a really full-on in-law suite is pretty magnificent. You see it? You've got a bedroom, you've got then a living room, you've got closet space, in fact, 2 closets. It's a great way to do it. And you say, well, I need that bedroom for my guests. Well, you could take that flex room and configure that as a beautiful ensuite bedroom with a bath. There's so many ways to configure this Sydney. I mean, let's go. Let's do it now. Let's go. I was just viewing one today that's under construction with an in-law suite. It's surprising how many residents here in the Cresswind Wesley Chapel subdivision on the southeast side of Charlotte, I'll show it to you on a map in just a second, have a parent living with them. Now, that in fact, there's so many things that you can do. Here is the actual plan. Notice what if you take it and make a second primary suite. Look what you did there. But what if you made it an in-law suite in lieu of bedroom 2 and 3? There you have a living room and a kitchenette right there. A bedroom. Man, this is beautiful stuff. And by the way, here's what's really cool. Mom and or dad may not want to give up their independence yet. You've got this 1-car garage. Watch this. Put a door there. Let them drive their own car in, or golf cart, right? Going down to the amenity center, which is opening now. The pool is open now. Look at that. Pull in, and then you've got your own entry. That makes the in-laws feel extremely independent in a very good way. I love it. So guys, you may not have thought you could afford to buy a house like that, but what if mom or dad kicked in with some of that equity out of their paid-for house? I'm trying to get you all under one roof, people. Work with me. So here's the greater Charlotte area. You may know about the first Cresswind, which is Cresswind Charlotte. A lot of people think of it as Mint Hill, but it's really got a Charlotte address, and that's right next to the new Novant Hospital. And we are here, and this is great, great, great. And there's another Kolter Homes neighborhood with Lake Wylie as the amenity right over here. It's not a Cresswind. There are 2 Cresswinds. This is Kolter Homes 55 plus. It's called the Gentry in the Hansel at Lake Wylie. Guys, call me. Never reach out to the builder. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about your story. 704-345-3400. I'm living proof. It's good stuff. I'll see you in the next video.